after week, Arsenal's mentality was questioned. Pundits called us babies. Opponents said we have faith mentality. And yet, you see City players, starting Arsenal players, like people like Bernardo Silva saying, I've never seen Arsenal win the Premier League. The summer when it turned as if Arsenal were going to bottle it in a not London derby, a game full of nerves. The first time I'm watching a derby, I came into the studio full with a lot of energy, but I wasn't confident. And I have with me Peter Rogers, who also believed that the only thing that holds us with the title is mentality. Peter, what's your take with this game today?
I think it's been a while for the past two games to actually look at the team performance, especially for the second half. So, as we've been discussing always, our second half performance for the second half of the season has been terrible. But looking at this game, it was superb. The players step up, and it's actually what we are expecting from these players. Looking at the defense, the midfield, and the attack, everything was flowing. So there was a lot of pressure on the Spurs defense. You can see even the hold-up play of Gyökeres was fantastic today. And Eberechi Eze with Saka, that's one pass. It was fantastic. You see one player to another, the link-up play from Gyökeres and Ikepi. It's a fantastic game today, and though it was nervous at the first half, but it actually went well. We built on the momentum from that first half, and then we capitalized on the weakness of our opponent, and then we are 4-1 up.
So do you think that this mentality is what we need to complete the season and win the Premier League title?
Definitely. As I've been saying, we need to be consistent in our play. So if we can continue with this kind of mentality, even with the Man City, the Chelsea, in fact, our next game is Chelsea.
Yeah.
If we continue with this kind of trend, and we just need to, the fall of Arsenal is Arsenal, because most of the games that have withdrew is as a result of the silly mistakes from the players. So if we can correct those mistakes, I think definitely we'll clean the trophy with even the smallest gap that we'll have. Remember, Man City won it by 2 points and even 1 point against Liverpool. So we can definitely do that with the 2 points remaining.
Okay, going into another London derby is going to be against Chelsea. Looking at the way we play today, where do you think we need to improve going into that match against Chelsea? Because it's going to be another London team and London opponent, and it's going to be a fierce battle. We've been having all the cries all this year. They say London is blue, we say London is red, and not London remain red. So it's going to be another opportunity. They've been crying foul since we defeated them in that Carabao Cup two-legged match, and they want to do everything to take us off the cliff. So going into that match, how do you think Mikel Arteta and the boys should address that match?
Mentality counts in facing this kind of matches. So I think the Spurs game is a momentum for us, and then we need to build on that. So Chelsea, they know this season we're on top of situation, and then we've been there. We know what to do in order to be at the top. So for Chelsea game, I think the defense needs to step up a bit, because what I've been seeing for the previous games is like there's a lot of lapses connecting the midfield and the defense, and we should not be going this way. Remember when the league starts, we went for games without conceding a goal. This is the defense we want to see for the second half, for the remaining matches. If they can give us that solid defense that we started with, I think we can win this league with ease. We cannot even thinking of Man City coming closer, because we have that kind of formidable defense. Just look at the game today. Mosquera stepping in for Timber as well. A like-for-like changes. His performance was top-notch. He came in, there was no regrets, and then he was even pushing the attack. He was able to cut off the plays, and then it was fantastic. And then for the Chelsea game, we need to tighten up the midfield. I think Declan Rice, there's a little bit of lapses in his parts under Zubimendi. Let's just try to give some review to all the mistakes that have been happening, and then we'll build on that and push forward. Chelsea, definitely, all we need is a 3 points. The 3 points is what we're going for. Whether it's a corner, it's an own goal, it's an open play, we don't care. As long as we bring the 3 points, that's what we are going for. Now the 3 points is all that we need from these players. Let's stick to this mentality. In fact, losing goals like the Spurs game, we just scored after some minutes, and then they equalize. You can't be playing these big teams this way. Consider Chelsea, you score and then Chelsea equalize. They have a good team also to turn games around. So we need to be consistent. Even when we score, we need to attack more in order for the opponents to defend, because the thing that has been happening for us is when we score, we allow the play and then we give the opponents the ball, and then they keep on pressing, and definitely that will lead to some error, and then it has cost us some points. So we don't want this to repeat going forward. We just want to keep on this momentum, this winning mentality. Score more goals. You see, the more you attack, the more the opponents defend. But when you try to relax to play that kind of game management, the opponents, they will just press on. That's the thing that's happening in the Wolves game. We are leading by 2 goals. In a space of 2-3 minutes, there was another goal, 2-1, and then an equalizer. And these teams, they just need a draw, and then they sit back.
That's spoilers.
Yes, exactly. So that game was definitely a setback for us. But thank God we've picked from where we stopped, and then today was a landslide victory for us.
I can see you smiling because last week when we had the match against Wolves, you just couldn't pick your voice. But go on, okay. Who do you think is your man of the match in this game today?
Definitely Gyökeres.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Okay, come on. You've heard it from Peter Rogers. The marksman is the man of the match.